Okay, it is March 2025. I've got a lot of changes going on right now, a lot of construction, so to say. But this is a quick little tour since I haven't done this year. These are all kinds of little tomato plants and herbs and stuff that I'm going to be planting out. And we'll go around and see what's changed since the last time we did this in November. There's some bins that are going to be used in the future. Let's see. Over here we have rutabagas, which are probably a little late, but trying anyway. And then there's radishes in between, a couple marigolds, some green onions. Eggplant, same one from last year, still going good. Bunches of green onions. All the lettuces have come and gone throughout here. We got one little sunflower getting ready to come in. I don't remember what kind I dropped in there. We've got all kinds of melons. Let's see if I can see tags. We got muskmelon, ice cream green machine. These are all ones that Kiki planted and we are sharing. Nor de Carmis melon. Then let's see if we back up. We got some peas. They're going to be dying really, really soon, but we might get a couple peas. They've got some lovely flowers, though. And I've already come through here. All the broccoli, I've already ripped that out. There's some dinosaur kale. It still looks good. This is mustard. I'm growing for the seeds. And I'll let those pods mature. And then based on at what time you pick the seeds is how spicy of a mustard seed you're going to get. And then down here we've got some little pumpkins tucked in, starting to grow where we took out some broccoli. We got a little sweet pepper growing. Let's see. Yeah, I touched it when I was trying to show you. And then we have our cauliflower up here. Nothing really going on in that one. Let's see, we got some red cabbage still going. A little bit of seed for a Chinese kale variety. But look at this here right there. Isn't that gorgeous color? Absolutely one of the most beautiful plants I got out here right now. And then we got this gorgeous red cabbage. So blue. Let's see, we've got a pumpkin vine growing down here. Some more kales, cabbages, a little bit of celery. You can see the cabbages. I'm going to pick these in later on this week for St. Patrick's Day and my neighbor's birthday. So that'll be a nice little dinner, one for each of us. And then over here, this trellis, I'm actually going to take down and put a net up on this side, which you'll see on the other side. But there are some beans growing down there. And then some more peas. But like I said, the peas are not going to be around much longer. I moved all the cucumbers over to the other side where the net is. Also, I don't know if anybody's seen it yet, but I put in irrigation back here for all the plants and put on a water timer. So this way the plants aren't suffering on the days that I get busy or forgetful. Whole bunch of cabbages. They're absolutely gorgeous. Little tiny cauliflower. I think it's bolting because it's just one little tiny thing and they're trying to open up already. And then we got cabbages, some Brussels sprouts. Just starting to form, but it's going to get so hot they're not going to be around long either. There's a couple cherry tomatoes hanging out. Another Chinese kale. Some more Brussels sprouts. Onions, cabbages. There's onions interplanted all the way down throughout everything and garlic. And then this is going to be either a squash or a zucchini. It popped up in one of my moringa trees. So we're just letting it grow to see what it is. And there's a little collard plant. Something new I just got the other day off of Facebook is a little galvanized raised bed. So right now I've got cardboard down on the bottom to kind of stop stuff from growing through as easily. And then I'm putting in some grass clippings when we did the lawn yesterday. And then I'll start filling that in and have that ready to plant some of the new stuff in. These are Miss home plants that got taken out of the way to put the galvanized bed in this morning. And this is the bok choy we have for seed. And we're going to have tons and tons of bok choy seeds for next year. Let's see. Behind the fence, we don't have much going on because I took almost all the tomato plants, or I'm sorry, potatoes, over to the farm, where I have a row over there. I'm trying to get this place cleaned up a little bit. All right, and back on this side of the fence, there's this poor little Seminole pumpkin plant that has died and come back, and it just never does anything. I'm going to try again with some fresh ones. Some radishes, a little bit of romaine that's probably going to bolt in the next couple days if I don't pick it, and then a pineapple plant, some carrots that I'm saving for seed, and then this interesting little thing on the fence here is one of my Everglades tomatoes. And this thing pretty much year round, like every day since May or June of last year when this plant first started producing fruit, I have had fresh tomatoes every single day all through the winter. Well, maybe not the day or two after the hurricanes because most of the fruit blew off and I had to wait for new fruit to ripen. But constantly fruit, great flavor. Highly recommend everybody get an Everglades tomato. Then we have some collards, a little dragon fruit hiding with the catnip that I give for the outdoor kitties, some Thai basil and onions, more onions with the remnants of the extra long loofah starting to come back. When the vine died, I cut it back to see if it would resprout, and it did, since I was only able to get a few seeds from it, and I haven't checked the viability of them yet. So I still got the vine in case the seeds didn't work out. And then a spearmint. I'm going to be filling in the spaces throughout here that have got plants moved around. This is another kale plant that I'm letting go to seed. Oh, look, it's covered in little aphids. So I'll come out here and spray this down with the hose. Let's see, I don't know if you'll be able to see them with the light right here. Yeah, it's just covered. I'll spray them down, it'll be fine. I'm not even worried about it. And then we got another little pineapple, some beans over here, along with more radishes. Little concoction of everything. This is, I believe, called a scorpion tail plant, and it's out here for the bees and butterflies, pollinators. Then there's some peppers, beets, onions. This huge dill with all the flowers, which has actually been getting a lot more wasps than bees lately. But I'm leaving the wasps alone because I assume they're going to eat any caterpillars and stuff that they see on my plants. So I'm letting them have the dill for right now. And then we have basil, another cauliflower. Let's take a little peek in here. Where is it? There we go. And then we've got onions. We've got a little bin where we're getting grass clippings from the neighbor, and I throw a bunch of my plants. And then some peppers and celery. And then this is the new net area. Basically, it's got, starting at this end, a few different types of beans. I'm not close enough to read the tags, but I want you to be able to see. Then it's a couple of cherry tomatoes. The next one just has garlic in it. And then we have a variety of different beans that I just started. I think there's 1,500-year-old cave bean, a couple different types of long bean varieties, which is what you see up there right now. And then we go up here, we got some tomatoes, cucumbers, more beans, a whole ton of radishes, and then tomatillos, and a couple of squash. I can go in and see, tell these radishes are just so happy. And all this stuff is grown in 3 and 7 gallon pots all the way. And then we've got a whole bunch of tomatillos growing up here. A little bit of romaine. I don't know if it's going to actually be good for a couple weeks or if it's just going to immediately bolt. But let's see, we got then more long beans going up here. They're just growing back in. They got hit by the couple little cold days we had. And then I posted a lot of shorts about the tomato area. And in the last month, so much has changed, because last month on this day I was looking, and that second section of tomatoes right there only had 2 or 3 pots, and the plants were maybe 6 to 8 inches tall. So that's just gone crazy in a month's time. But we've got, let's see, there's a blackberry vine in there, some cherry tomatoes, a whole ton of these black beauties that came from Kiki. Then there's a cucumber. It's called Itachi. It's a F1 hybrid, so I'm not going to be saving seeds from that guy. And then we've got some cherry tomatoes. I cut them back when I put this net in here. I basically chopped them all the way back, and you can see they're just regrowing, and I'm going to let them basically start over. And in the bottom, where I've been pulling all my lettuces out, I've gone ahead and put some tatsoi in, some more radishes, because the tomatoes really do like to have the bottom like covered with something thick, fluffy, and green. Even with mulch, they like to have that added, I don't know, shade layer to keep the soil cooler, especially in the black pots. And this tomato section, you can see in a month, it has just gone crazy. We've got the net up now. It goes, there's 50 feet of net. There's a 20-foot and a 30-foot net. And it goes all the way down. We've got a few different tomatoes. This is a mystery tomato that came up out of my compost bin. It's looking like a cherry tomato, probably. Then we have a beefsteak, Rio Grande, Amish paste, some Indiana red. There's some beans, cabbages, and a few different little things going on in there with it. But you can see we've got like tons and tons of fruit going on. These guys down here are starting to blush. They're a little small because you can see on this one particular plant, I kind of let it go crazy. So much for having like one main vine, because it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main vines, and then each main vine, like, I'm really bad at pruning my tomatoes on a regular basis. And like, I won't cut them once they got fruit. Like, this is just covered in fruit back here. And then the Indiana reds, they've got some nice little fruits going on them. And then we have the hay bale. The only plant that has survived in the hay bale at all is the purple cauliflower. Everything else in there, I could not keep it hydrated enough. And I've really only been able to do the cauliflower well after getting the drip irrigation in. And then I've got some more stuff I got put out today, as a matter of fact. Some yellow red heirloom tomatoes with radishes. Then there's red noodle beans along with some kohlrabi. And then the other day, some lemon cuke. And then I have another one of those galvanized beds, which I got off of Facebook yesterday. Gonna get that set up. And then we have some cukes and squashes here. And that's pretty much the entire circle of the yard, which has actually expanded a lot since November of last year when I did one of these little tours. So, and then we have, of course, the baby plant area, nursery, so to say. These aren't all mine. Some of these are Kiki's. Calm down, everybody. They're not all my plants, I swear. But this is where we start all the babies. And then we divide them up. And we both have tons and tons of plants all year. And then there's some little stuff up here. I still have a couple bins on the porch, but I'm really trying to get, now that I have space at the farm, everything out into the yard and just have babies up here. Another little patch of radishes for my dad. And this is my little area where I sit and transplant everything from cells into 4-inch pots or into gallon pots. And that's pretty much the whole yard, guys. Thank you for taking a look at it.